I want to talk about HTML and how it can enhance your listing. Basically, and in a very basic way, I use HTML to do all of my descriptions on Amazon KDP. I use a colour that reflects the product I'm selling. So if the book's mostly blue, the heading will be blue and similar blue. And then I'll go into the description, and I like to use emojis or icons, simple icons. Now, you can't use emojis in your description with ebooks, so basically they're better off just kept simple, without any emojis or without any symbols. But you can still use the same HTML, which I'm going to show you now, which you're going to copy, or you can copy if you wish, and just mess about with it yourself. I've put in a few links to some web pages that I use. So yeah, see what you think. If you can use it, great. I use the exact same, so I'm not sort of showing you something you can use and I'm using something totally different. I wouldn't do that. So this is the exact same HTML setup I use, and yeah, you'll find it really simple and probably fun. So here we go. Now, before we get started actually with the HTML code, which is simplicity, you only need to copy and paste. You can tinker with it and see what results you get. Before we get started with the actual HTML code, I want you to open three files, three internet apps. You've got, type in HTML color picker on Google. Now, if you're using other platforms like Apple and that, you should still be able to find these things. You may have to use a different word processor other than Word. You can even use Notepad. But let's start with the three internet apps and pages, I should say, that you need to open. HTML color picker, I like this one. It's super simple. You change the colors and you can copy the color from here. So move it along, change the color to the one you want. This will be your title. Next, code beautify. Now, I don't get any money for this, so just in case you're wondering, I just happen to like these applications. So we've got code beautify. This is great. This really, it's so simple. This lets you see exactly how your HTML description is going to look on your Amazon KDP listing, or just Amazon listing in general. Now, you get your emojis from anywhere, but I happen to like this. I find that these emojis seem to work really well. I don't have any problems. Now, you can't use these emojis with ebooks. For some reason, these emojis with the ebooks don't show up. You just get a silly image and not the image you want. So forget about using emojis with your ebook description when you do the HTML. You can use a full stop or something like that, but just don't use anything. Your lines will be spaced anywhere, and I'll show you as we go along. But back to your book description, or your paperback, your hardback. So you can pick a critter, and that's it. All you do is you press copy, and you've got that thing. You can type in and search for something else that you want. But while we're at it, we'll stick with copy. God, I hate cookies. There was a time I used to love them. A glass of milk. Those days are long gone. Right. Okay, so we've got these three page is open. Now we'll go to the HTML, which you're going to use for this example. But once you start messing about with HTML code, you'll really start to look into it more. You'll find other ways of doing your titles or adding emojis or how much you really want to put into it. But this is the basic setup, and this is what you'll copy. So you write this down in your own word processor. So what we've got here is the size. The smaller the number, the bigger the letter. Yeah, now. So it's bold. And don't forget these spaces as I've got them. You need the space there and the space there. You don't need a space between these two brackets here, but you need the space between your title. And color is in US, and that's just the way it is. So you can change these. You probably just get away with changing the first one, and I'll show you that in a minute. So this is your title right here. The next sections will be what you want to say, what you want to add in your description. Now this lets your HTML know that you want to skip a line, space out these lines, just like it is here. And that is to go right on the end when you're finished. And I'll show you when you're done. So here we go. If I copy this, I'll copy that first. And then we'll go to Code Beautify and we'll paste it in here. Now that's what it looks like over here. That's the color. That's the book title goes here, which is this bit. So you can tinker with that in Code Beautify. Did I say butterfly before? Anyway, Code Beautify. Now we can change the size. So if I go to 1, you see how big that goes. You don't want to go too big. You don't want to scare people away when you do your titles. So let's go back to 3. Now what we're going to look at is changing the color. So what we want to do is we want to take this here. So just those numbers there and letters and the hash. And we can always use that again if we want. But for now, we'll go over to here. And we'll choose red. Copy this. And we'll paste that into there. And that's not very red. This is the color I got. For some reason, I was way over here when really I should have been way over here. So now this has changed to this color. Okay. So I'll put that in place of the one we've just done, which was more of a dark burgundy or grey. Now we'll put that in, and there you go. And that's the book title goes here, is now in red. Okay, so now if we go down a line and we go back to here, this is where we copy this, go back to here in Code Beautify, paste that down, and this is the wording that we've got. You've not got any of the HTML showing, and it's obviously gone down a line. So whatever you do there, I will add anything. Let's just separate these lines and give it a full stop. Go to the next line. Now, don't worry about how it looks here. We've gone to the next line, and we'll copy this one in. Now we could just copy the same one again if we wanted to, and just keep copying it. I'll just go like this, paste, and down a line, and we could paste it again. So we're getting ready to fill these in. Now we can change all the wording here however we want. And to finish, all we do is, and we can do as many lines as you want. You can fill as much text in as you want, and it will still skip a line here. So we'll go back to here, and we'll end it with this. I don't know why, I don't know HTML, but I do use this setup a lot. If someone said to me, you know, how do you do it? Can you just type HTML? I've got a clue. But because I've come up with this from bits and pieces, it works. And whether that last bit there with the P in the brackets actually does anything at all, I've no idea. But I put it in because it's worked. Right, okay, so we've now got all this. Now, you can put an emoji in here. So we'll go to the monkey. And we'll copy the monkey. Copied. And we'll go back to here. And we'll put that monkey in. And that's how it will look. We can do that to each line. As we go. So it's just get it in there and hit the paste. But make sure you leave a space. I didn't leave a space there, but I'm showing you how it should look. So there we go. Now the book title is red, the monkeys are brown. And yeah, I don't really like that too much. So let's go to color picker again. And let's go with a more of a brown color. So we'll have that. So I'll copy that, copy, and over to HTML, and I'll put it right here. Paste. If I'm talking to you like you're a child, I do apologize, but I'm trying to make it as clear as possible for those that are children. Right, okay, so there it is. That's now your HTML. Now there's nothing wrong with that. Actually, it looks pretty good. So what do? You copy it. Copy. And then you add it. You just click it into your description. So, okay. You'll put it into your description. You'll paste it. And there it is. So now what I would do, and what I usually do, is I bunch it all up. So I get it up to here, where the full stop is. I bring that to there, where the full stop is. I bring that to there, and I bring that to there. And that's it, done. That's the description. Now, obviously, you'll want to make sure there's plenty going on. But if we go back to code beautify, I could do that here. I could bunch it up. And there's a little full stop there. Bunch it up. And that's it.